Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me once again. You're always most welcome. Well, today, something special from ICM, a 35th scale multi-launch rocket system, the Stuka Zufus, the Stuka on foot. So it's the Hanomag Sd.Kfz.251 Ausf.B with a lot of rocket launching mortars on the side. Nasty. Right, so let's have a look. It's kit number 35107. Great artwork as usual. And on the side we have got 4 options. This is going to be a nice kit, isn't it? Wow, look at this. Now then, Eastern Front in the summer of 41. Or we've got Eastern Front also in the summer of 41. I'm struggling to see the difference between those two, the different colours. Yes, a slightly different colour, isn't it? The first one seems lighter to me. And then we've got the autumn of 41, again on the Eastern Front, but this time only 2 rocket launches on the side, instead of 3. And then the winter of 42, ooh, don't recommend that. The Eastern Front in the Soviet Union, winter of 42, with the winter camo. And it says on the side, it's a lovely bit of artwork, I have to say, they've done a nice job with this. And on the side it says, detailed model of a heavy multiple rocket launcher system based on the Sd.Kfz.251 Ausf.B armoured personnel carrier. Includes 2 types of rocket projectiles, high explosive and incendiary. Ooh, okay. Precisely reproduced armoured hull geometry faithful to the original vehicle. Wow, and it's got 425 parts. That's quite a lot of parts for a small box. I'd say that's a lot of parts. Yeah, and it feels quite heavy, and yeah, it feels solidly packed. Right, now, I'm not going to dwell too much on the actual armoured, the half-tracks. We have seen it, I think, twice already now. So we're going to really focus our attention on this rocket launcher system, because that is what differentiates this kit from its predecessors. Oops, trouble with the old blade. Here we go. Let's try and get in. Yeah, more challenging than you think, even with the sharp knife. Right, we're in. Should get my arch light on, shouldn't I, really? What do you reckon? Yeah, look at that. Ooh, it's a bit too bright, perhaps. Yeah, a bit too bright. It's affecting my white balance and compensation on the exposure there, I think. Let's have a look. So we get, this time we get quite a lot of plastic. As I said, it's quite a heavy bag. Lots and lots of stuff in there. Let us see what we have got here. So it says, a bit of history for you. In 1929, Germany began developing its own rocket weapons, and in 1931, a dedicated department was established within the War Ministry to oversee this work. By 1940, the Wehrmacht had already introduced the 158mm multiple rocket launchers, the 15cm Nebelwerfer 41, for direct fire support of ground units. Subsequently, heavier systems were developed, employing 280mm high explosive and 320mm incendiary rockets. Jeez, big, aren't they? These powerful munitions, weighing around 80 kilos, had a range of about 2 kilometres. So that's a mile and a half, isn't it, nearly? And were intended to break through enemy defences in both field and urban conditions. To improve the mobility, the launchers were mounted on various platforms, including such systems were based on the Sd.Kfz.251 Hanomag armoured personnel half-track carrier. It was equipped with 3 wooden or metal launch frames. Oh, is that a different option? I didn't check that. Wooden or metal. We'll come to that in a minute. It doesn't seem to show it different, but anyway. On each side of the vehicle, and it was carrying rocket projectiles. Elevation was adjusted by changing the angle of the frames, while horizontal aiming was achieved by turning the entire vehicle. It's pretty crude, isn't it? God. Just turn the vehicle, you know. The rockets were fired electrically via remote ignition. Gosh, if one of those went wrong, you'd be in trouble. Okay, but interestingly, actually, when I say that, have a closer look at the artwork, which I didn't really sort of dwell on, but if you look very closely, it says by remote ignition. They're actually standing further back, the officers, can you see? they're standing like 50 yards behind it, there, with the binoculars, operating it remotely. So they're not doing it like on the move or anything. A very wise decision, I would say, in case something went horribly wrong. You know. Right, sounds an interesting thing, doesn't it? So again, we're not going to dwell on the half-track too much. Got a bit more markings with this one. Let's have a look at this. Oh yes. Oh, look at that. It's actually got markings for the elevation, for the degrees of elevation. Just where my thumb is, if you look across. That's the actual elevation markers for the angle for the launch system. And then you've got some instruments at the top. You've got your number plates, you've got your German markings, quite a few different nicknames on the side. Bussard is one. Do you know, they're so small, I bet you'll read them better than I am. Just bear with me one moment, because I need to see these a bit closer up. Let's have a look. Well, we got... oh yeah, it's actually showing... No, I'm wrong. It's actually showing the different sizes of munitions is what that's showing. I didn't realise that. Okay. Sorry, I'll just go back to my normal glasses. Okay, that's interesting. And you've even got a swastika there that you can make up. Oh, don't tell the thought police, whatever you do. Yeah, mustn't tell the thought police. That's considered beyond the pale. But it's been very cleverly done by ICM. So let's have a quick look. So I'm not really going to go through building up the Hanomag again. We've done that already. Let's just get to the interesting bits, which is toward the end, which is going to be these weapons. Once you've got all your half-track built up, here we go. Now then, so it's quite a. It's a bit more complicated an arrangement than I thought it was. So what you do, I zoom you in. Once you've got to the point you've pretty much built up your half-track, like so. Then you're going to build up this support framework which actually supports these rocket launchers. And then they're going to be festooned like in a little racks down the side, like so. And on both sides you're going to have then, it almost looks like an ammunition crate really, doesn't it, to be honest. Interesting. You can clearly see there that your mortar projectile is going inside the crate, and then there's these really big ones. So that's the 28 to 280mm. This one, and then down here you've got the 320, the really huge ones. I mean, it's like a bomb on a stick, isn't it? Basically, that's what it is, I suppose. Look at that, building it up in its crate, launching system. And then they go on the side thus. Leaving you with your finished Nebelwerfer, basically. Super Nebelwerfer, we'll call it. Nice colour call-outs. The two options of the two sizes of projectile there. This is the Bussard, which is in the summer of 1941. And then we've got, what's this one? Oh, this is Stuka am Fuß. Where was that on the? Where was that on the markings then? Stuka am Fuß. Does it say? Stuka am Fuß. Stuka am Fuß. Sorry, I'm looking for any kind of nose art type of, markings that they put on it. It doesn't seem to say that actually. So it just says Stuka am Fuß, but it doesn't have it. It doesn't have it named as such on the decals, unfortunately. Anyway, not to worry. They all just say Stuka am Fuß, yeah. Just says Stuka am Fuß on them. So, there you go. This one is the summer 41, and then you've got the summer 41 again. Eastern front, doesn't give any details. Very hard to disseminate any change there, apart from, of course, that on this one they've actually only got the 2 launchers instead of 3. Perhaps they're trying to conserve their ammo. And on the winter option, in the winter of 42. It says winter, I think they mean like New Year. Early 42 winter. The start of the year, and then there we have it. Very interesting markings. Yeah, quite like that. Wow. So let us have a look at the plastic now. So we have seen the we've seen the kit before in a couple of iterations or variations. So what we're really interested in looking at is these projectiles and the carrier crates, the launch crates, which look on the artwork, they're just like a wooden crate. Quite weird, really. So that's going to be here and here. Two of those. There's the three. There's actually three lots. It's got the rubber band tracks, this particular Hanomag. It's not Lincoln length. They're actually in a bag here, which I'll just show you very quickly. I mean, I won't get them out, there's not much point. You can see there we've got rubber bands. We've also got rubber tyres at the front, which I'm not a big fan of that, if I'm honest. I prefer that they went with Lincoln length and polystyrene front tyres. But they are quite attractively done. I remember that the pattern, they're terribly narrow, of course, on these vehicles. They're really narrow. They're almost like it's like the Kettenkrad, you know, which has got like almost like a drive belt. It's so narrow. A little bit wide on this, but still very narrow. It's not like a tank. It does have a lot of track. But here's the interesting part that we have not seen before. So these are these munitions. Let's try and bring this board across a bit more. And I'll try and get you so you can see this a bit closer. There we are. So look at these great big mortars, you know. So it's the 280mm and the 320mm here. And this is all part of this assembly, which forms these almost like a crate, the wooden launcher system. It's quite crude, isn't it, really, to be honest? It's not like a modern MLRS system, which is like the Americans use, you know, like, what is it, TACMs and what's the other one? I've got the name of it now, they use them in Ukraine. Very, very nice. But it's a very nice kit, this. Now, I know you're going to ask me how much this costs, and I'm going to have to check. Because I'm getting fed up of just guessing and then finding out later that I'm wrong. So, why don't we have a quick looky? We'll just see how much it's costing. So, what is it? 35107. Let us have a look. 35107. Bear with me, talk amongst yourselves, folks. Won't be a second. Right, here we go. So again, we'll just e-hobbies again has come up first, but they're kind of middle of the road on price. Well, it's £42.75. Was £47.50. So basically mid 40s. You know, probably plus postage depending on where you shop at. So for £40–45 thereabouts is what you're going to be paying for this, I think, depending on where you get it from. There's a lot of kit though for 45 quid there. There's a lot. It's a big heavy bag with a heck of a lot of parts, quite rammed into it, you could almost say. Whoa! Slipping out there, in fact. There's that many parts that kind of escape. So it really fills its box, to be fair. A lot of kit to say. I'm not going to show it all because we have seen it many times, but I'll put you a link to the other half-track kits that I've reviewed, so if you do want to see a blow-by-blow account, you can have a good look. Very nice kit though. I like it with the rocket launchers on. Get that in a scene with a few figures, some German infantry figures, some ICM ones or maybe Tamiya ones even, and you'll be away. But I like it. So what we're going to give it as a marks. I'm going to mark it down only a fraction, a whisker, because I would prefer not to have rubber band tracks and to have rubber tyres. So I'm going to say, I think I'm being a bit harsh really, 9.75 out of 10, because it's a lovely kit, nicely presented, 4 options as well. Yeah, that would look really cool, that, with those wooden crates painted up, you know. Can't go wrong with them, can you? 9.75 out of 10. Hope you'll give me a 10 out of 10. Please remember to give us a like, it's very important. And do drop me a comment because it helps the channel, helps drive the algorithm if people are commenting on my vids. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it, thought it was interesting. Another fairly short one. But I don't want to go over old ground and bore people and really just focus on what's new and interesting within the box. And it certainly brings it to life in a different way, that vehicle. It's now become an artillery vehicle, hasn't it? An artillery piece, really. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you thought it was interesting, and hope you'll be back for more. Till next time, thank you for your time you took to watch the video, and I hope to deliver some more entertainment in the very near future indeed. Till then, take care of yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe, join as a member if you wish, and keep giving us those thumbs up, and I'll hope to see you again very soon. Till then, thanks a lot, and bye for now.